Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend I don't like the way our baby looks? My 22 male girlfriend, 23 female, gave birth to our daughter yesterday. The baby was ugly, to be perfectly candid. She's mine and I love her, but she was not a pretty baby. My girlfriend and I were casually chatting before bed and I brought this up, telling her our daughter wasn't exactly easy on the eyes. She was upset, which I find odd. I didn't mean to hurt her feelings. I was just telling her how I felt about our kid. Truth be told, the baby is interracial, half Chinese, half Punjabi. So it was always a possibility that a potential child would be kind of goofy looking. I don't think she had to be offended. Not every child can be cute. My girlfriend hasn't spoken to me since. However, I don't know what to do. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for demanding my husband cancel his boys' weekend and come home? Basically, my husband and I have been married for about 6 years and have a 3-year-old daughter, Elle. Prior to getting married and having Elle, we were both very independent people. This hasn't changed. As much as we value our couple/family time, we also both cherish time to ourselves and with our friends. We came up with an agreement that we each get 1 weekend a year to do whatever we like. Go away, stay in a hotel, go out with friends, while the other stays home looking after Elle. It's been working really well so far. Well, this past weekend was my husband's time, and he chose a fishing trip with pals, staying in a cabin roughly 30 minutes away. No problems. Saturday morning, the worst happened. My sister was involved in a serious car wreck. She's on life support. It's touch and go, and I'm devastated. I called my husband to tell him and ask he come home ASAP, and he refused. He said it's his weekend and hospital Monday. He wasn't totally heartless. He listened to me cry and scream and reassured me she'd be okay. How do we know that? But he was adamant that he's enjoying the remainder of his weekend and will join me today. My family are obviously noticing his absence and I'm too embarrassed to tell them. I understand this is interfering with his weekend, but this is my sister and she's in critical condition. I'm stunned. He's never been this selfish before. I'm angry, upset, confused, and I just don't know what to do. I told him if he didn't come home now, don't bother coming home at all. Now I'm wondering if I was too harsh because I haven't slept in 2 days and I'm a wreck. Am I the asshole?
No.
Not at all.
Am I the asshole for refusing to let my daughter go to dinner with her boyfriend's family? I, 38 female, have a daughter, 17 female. A couple weeks ago, her boyfriend's 19 male's family went on a day hiking trip. They asked my daughter to come. All of them, including my daughter, love hiking. I didn't think it would be an issue to go. I was wrong. From what the Forest Service guy told me, along with what my daughter said, there was a rock slide halfway up the trail. My daughter fell and got hurt. Her boyfriend's family decided to finish the hike to the top and come back later to help her down, even after my daughter told them she was in horrible pain. A couple hours later, the Forest Service ranger found her. He loaded her on a four-wheeler and helped her down the hill. The FSR called me. I immediately came. We left a note on the BF's car, along with the FSR stayed in the area to let them know that my daughter was taken to the hospital. The whole way to the hospital, she was sobbing, not only from the pain, but because they left her. It deeply hurt her. She broke her foot/ankle in 3 places. She needed surgery. The next 2 days she was in the hospital. They didn't check on her once. We saw their posts and photos on social media from the top of the mountain, talking about what a great time they had. Seeing how hurt she was, we spoke to our daughter about what happened and what she wanted from this relationship. She told us she didn't want to be with her BF anymore. She sent her boyfriend a text saying that she was breaking up with him. After a flood of messages, we all blocked them. 6 days ago, we started getting notes taped to our cars, doors, some left for her at office, at school, and yesterday, the ex-boyfriend came to the house. I opened my main door but left my security screen door closed and talked through it. He asked if his family could take my daughter to dinner as an apology, since his family didn't think what they did was wrong, but he loved her and his family wanted to clear the air between them. I flat out told him that he's not allowed to take my daughter anywhere. I stressed since he chose to leave my daughter where she was hurt, I no longer trusted him to be around her. Then I shut the main door before he could say anything else. Our mutual friends are saying I'm an asshole for not allowing them to make it up to my daughter and closing the door on.
Am I the asshole for telling my sister I hope she never has kids? I, 22 female, have 3-year-old twin boys, and I just had a baby girl not even 2 days ago. My sister Jody is 34 and has been suffering with infertility for the past 10 years, as well as repeated miscarriages. I used to feel really bad for her and also a bit guilty, as I got pregnant twice while on contraception. It caused some tension between us when I was pregnant with my twins because she was jealous and I was already feeling intense guilt. This time around, she wasn't as jealous, but I still felt it was unfair. As my husband and I have decided that we are done having kids, I offered to be a surrogate for my sister as soon as I'm cleared after this baby, and she seemed like she was absolutely over the moon with that. In turn, she offered to watch the twins while I was in labor with my new baby, which was a huge relief on our part. I went into labor on Thursday morning, and Jody came over to watch the kids while my husband and I went to the hospital. She seemed like she was in a great mood and promptly rushed us out the door. Everything seemed fine until we got home this morning to find thousands of dollars worth of destruction to pretty much every baby item we've purchased. Even the crib mattress was torn open. Everything was ruined. Jody tried to pin it on the twins, but they are 3, and this level of destruction had to have been done by an adult. My twins can't even reach.
I just found out that the babysitter was breastfeeding my son without my consent. I, 28 female, am a single working mom. I was able to get 12 weeks unpaid maternity leave from work, and after that, I started looking for a babysitter. In no time, I found a fellow 32 female mom who agreed to come to my house to watch and take care of my newborn. First 2 months went absolutely great with no issues whatsoever. However, he started refusing my breasts altogether, and after a while of me gently trying, he would start to get annoyed. But he accepted the bottle with my milk just fine. I concluded that it could have been something related to the fact that he got more used to the bottle or to the fact that I may have a different smell. So I decided to switch to formula. However, after 2 months, I started to feel like something just wasn't adding up. In 2 days, it seemed like I was using way more formula than her in 5 days, and asked her if she was using formula, and she confirmed. So the next day, I hid a GoPro in my living room. After I went away, she took my baby, sat on the sofa, and started breastfeeding him. Not once. After I went away, she took my baby, sat on the sofa, and started breastfeeding him. Not once, but thrice. I was shocked. My baby was latching to another woman's breast after he refused mine. But the worst is, she was trying to get herself to be called mama. She sat him on her lap and started saying things like, "Say, mama, who am I? Mama." And my son uttered it, and she replied back with, "That's my good boy," and kissed him.
Am I the asshole for serving my husband's family mac and cheese for dinner? My husband, Asian, and I, American, welcomed our firstborn 4 weeks ago. The baby is healthy, but I'm exhausted, haven't fixed my hair, and barely able to shower and can't sleep. My husband's family has been pressuring us to visit to meet the baby. I tried to hold them off as much as I could, but yesterday I was surprised to find them standing on our porch. Turns out hubby invited them for dinner. I was embarrassed and felt like I wasn't ready for visitors, especially judgmental ones at that. Anyways, my husband sat with them while I fed